And welcome back to Bayou Time. This is Graham Harvey, and this is our weekly Nicholls State University segment. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Manning Passing Academy, an annual event at Nicholls. And our guests this evening are Dr. David Boudreaux. He is the Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And to his left is Mr. Vic Lafont. He is the Executive Director of the South Louisiana Economic Council at Nicholls. And thank you both very much for being here.
Thank you,
Thank you for having us,
Graham. Thank you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the Manning Academy coming up. It kicks off next week. First of all, how many years have the Mannings been bringing this academy back to Nicholls, and why do you think they continue to return?
Well, Graham, this is their 6th year to return to Nicholls, and on their webpage for the Manning Passing Academy, they say that the facilities that we offer are a natural attraction to them. We have some very large open fields for the football players to practice on, to learn their skills on. We have excellent residence halls. We have, and the staff and the campers stay in our residence halls for those 4 nights. It's just a great place for them to come. It's a beautiful campus, and they have let us know that it's a natural for them.
We've got 1,100 plus campers. We've got nearly 2,000 family members all descending on the university. How does the campus prepare for an onslaught like that?
Well, this event is so large that it's almost a year-round planning event. We have a very fine staff and camps and conferences, and that staff works with the Manning folks to plan for the activity itself, for the camp. Of course, our facilities people are engaged in that planning process too. In addition to that, we have a hospitality committee that works starting around late February, sometime during March, to plan to receive the parents and the families and friends of the campers. We'll have a lot of adults here, and we do plan some events for them.
That hospitality committee that you mentioned, how long has it been functioning? What got it started?
It's been functioning all 6 years. When Rob Bernardi, our athletics director, told Dr. Hulbert, our president, that the Manning Academy, the Manning Passing Academy, was probably going to come to Nicholls if we could make the program work. Dr. Hulbert wanted the people who were coming to feel welcome, not only to Nicholls, but to this southern region of Louisiana that is such a unique place. And so he charged me to work with Vic as co-chairman of this committee to organize a welcoming atmosphere for the people, and we have been very happy to do that.
And this is a year-round effort.
It comes to be that, you know, when you start planning who's going to be on the committee again, contacting the people, and then putting your teams together, it lasts quite a while.
Tell us a little bit about what the committee has planned for this year's event, if you could. Are you planning anything new?
Well, we actually are. To begin with, we start the morning by setting up to welcome the people. A lot of people come to this area never having experienced the weather in South Louisiana. So 94, 95 degree heat at 90% humidity is trying for them at best. So we do have ice down water, soft drinks to offer them as they stand in line to see that their kids get in to register. We meet them at the back when their kids have gone in, and we make sure that they get over to the student union. There, our local food providers provide samples of Cajun cuisine. We have the Cajun band, the local band Treater, playing music, getting the young family members engaged in dancing and playing the washboard. We really try to make them feel like they're welcome here and there's a lot for them to enjoy. Our tourist bureaus, our regional tourist bureaus set up, they help them to find housing accommodations for the 4 nights and let them know what they can experience and enjoy while they're here. Swamp tours, we just saw the Swamp Man, the charter fishing and activities such as that. The thing we're going to do this year, and this was Vic's idea, I credit Vic with this, is we're going to try to we're going to offer our local artists, folk artists, to have booths to exhibit our crafts, our arts and crafts, and for those people to make purchases if they wish.
Sure.
And we're already discussing how we're going to expand that for next year.
And that leads into the economic impact that this annual event has on this area, which is, of course, substantial. Before we get into that, we need to take a break, though. And when I come back, I want to speak to Mr. Lafont about that. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Bayou Time. Welcome back to Bayou Time. This is Graham Harvey, the Nicholls State University segment. We're talking about the Manning Passing Academy at Nicholls. We're going to move over to Mr. Vic Lafont. He is, again, the Executive Director of the South Louisiana Economic Council at Nicholls. Thank you for being here, sir.
Thank you for having me, Graham.
First of all, let's obviously a four-day event that attracts so many people, thousands of people. It's going to have an economic impact on our community. First, who is impacted by these visitors?
And that's where it's not just a media or sports event. It is economic development. You have, by the way, those numbers are higher than 2,000 families. You're talking closer to 5,000 people that converge on a town that most people, by the way, can't pronounce till they probably leave here. By then they've learned it. But it is an economic boost for it's not oil and gas, it's not agriculture. It's a different type of economy that we're able to tap into. That's like David said, more importantly, is that it gets us a chance to expose not just the culture, but the assets that we do have here. And that's a way of life through the university, okay, that we can offer anybody growing up and coming down here. When I look at the numbers, we recently did an economic impact study, and those numbers yielded were very, very favorable. Out of 1,200 campers last year, we had 1,000, close to 1,000 of them that were out of state.
Yes, sir.
So which leaves maybe like 180, 200 locally for day campers. That was something that the bottom line is that it's a $1.8 million impact to this particular area. They're not just coming from Nebraska, dropping off Junior and saying, hey, look, we're going back home to Lincoln, we'll come back and pick you up for a day. They're here. They're staying in our hotels, they're eating our meals, they're going to our museums, they're going on swamp tours, our plantations, and it's a wonderful economic boost for us. Still, over the 6-year period, we've seen families go from 4-day visit to a 10-day visit, okay? Mm-hmm. Things that they don't have a chance to see, they didn't see the last time. A lot of fishing trips, like David said, a lot of golfing on the side. So we have something for everybody, and I think the committee itself was important because, like he said, it's hot, it's just, and I think the first year, the families were not aware of how hot it can get here. So you got these helicopter moms that are going to watch their kid walk up to a gym, go register. Then for 4 days in the beginning, they kind of wanted to hang out and watch their kid practice, sure. But in the blistering sun. So that's where we said, there's a lot that we can do to accommodate the parents while their kids are here. And that's when we kind of all started putting our heads together and see, what can we do? How can the community benefit at the same time, and these parents? We want them to come back,
Sure.
I mean, who's to say that, 99% of these kids are not going to see the broadside of college football. But they might remember, though, that little school in the country, down in the bayou, that really treated them well, and how safe their parents would feel of having their kids here.
And again, $1.8 million. Is that what you said?
That's
annual
correct.
Impact. That's good. Tell me, what are we doing to continue to attract this family, the Mannings, to come back to Nicholls?
Interesting story. It's like Dave said, Dr. Boudreaux, when he first started talking to them, as well as Rob Bernardi, the athletic director, they were looking for a field where they can have them all in one place. And over in Southeastern where they were before, their fields were scattered all over, so they were literally busing people around. So it was more of a containment type situation where they could work out at the same time the parents, so with ease of going from one facility to the other. And like he said, we're no strangers to doing camps at the university. They have a wonderful program, and they got it pretty down pat. Even the committee, you know, there's a lot that we don't do sometimes in here because we're kind of in a routine looking for the newer things for us to do. But again, to keep them here is easy. They want to stay here.
Sure.
The story goes is that Orlando, Florida, Disney World was after them for 3 years, and finally it came down, and it was Peyton that made the decision. No, we're not going there. This is a football camp, not a package to go to Disney World. A football package with our name on it. You had the visions of, hey Junior, suit up. We're going to take advantage of this really good price Manning package thing. Where here you're going to have a kid that's going to stand out there in 100-degree weather. He wants to learn football. That's why he's here, and that's why Peyton put such a premium on it.
Picked the right place.
Sure.
Also, an annual portion of this event is the Air It Out event. I know that's going to be next Saturday. If you could give us the details on that, the day,
Sure.
the time, the cost, what people can expect.
I think the admission is $5. It's going to be at 6:15 David, on Friday.
Yes. Saturday.
I'm sorry, Saturday at the John L. Gidget Stadium. Or Manning Field, whatever you want to call it now. But, and it's really a pretty cool exhibition. Some of the better quarterbacks, and particularly in the college ranks, who are coming here as workers and coaches and that sort of thing, get to show off their arm. You know, they'll air it out with some of the receivers, and it's really a spectacle to see. But they make it fun. You know, Cooper, of all the Manning boys, is the real comedian and promoter of the family. And he grabs a hold of that mic and he really makes it entertainment. Right. I'm not going to go into any details. Come buy your $5 ticket and come see us on next Saturday.
And how can people get those tickets?
They can get it at the athletic department. Stop there, or actually you can get it at the gate when they're there.
Yes, and all proceeds benefit the Nicholls Athletics Department.
Okay.
Compliments of the Manning family.
Outstanding. On a personal level, Vic, tell us some highlights of your time with the Nicholls. With the Mannings on the Nicholls campus.
Let me tell you something, Graham. We have had opportunities to work with pro teams and big time college teams, and I got to tell you, one of the finest families in the world, and how fortunate we are. I mean, I forget. I'm standing there out there on the field, and I've got the father of football in this country, and
right.
Imagine this: 2 MVP Super Bowl quarterbacks. You know, his 2 sons.
That's right.
But the way they are, you forget about that family. They're so natural and friendly and warm about that thing, and they really care about the people who come and work for this camp. And one of the things, so I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but I guess I'm kind of thrilled at the fact that they try and touch every kid that's here. One of the Mannings will try and throw a football, kind of give them instruction, okay, so that they can say, the goal is to try and touch every kid that's here while they're here.
Outstanding. And,
good people.
Once again, the Manning Passing Academy coming up next week. I believe it's next Thursday through Sunday. I believe if you're interested in purchasing tickets to the Air It Out event, go to www.nichols.edu/news. Check out the first post, and you'll see the phone number. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll be right back on Bayou Time with sports.